Yo, peace, family. It's your man, Ocean the Ghost. We back at it. Freedom fight continue, man. Ve- yes, I just put the gas down. But I very much appreciate you for being here. Your time is very much valuable. At this point, your time is currency, so I appreciate you for spending with me. All right, and speaking of currency, I got a article that a couple of my brothers have shared on their pages. You know what I mean? As if at the least it's a interesting read, and at the most is possibly what the future could hold, and not the far off distant future, but the near future could hold for us as not only Americans and black people, but as the world. This is a place that we all we all kind of figured that it could be headed this way. You know what I mean? With the futuristic everything being a futuristic movement. This one back in the day, early, you were like, okay, we could be heading to a digital currency, and not only a digital currency. I'm really out here. It really nature really going down out here. By the way, the damn beat. But I felt like recording outside in nature, so it's all good. I'm not even gonna worry about the beat no more. But you know, not only would the currency be digital, but it'll be a a universal currency is the what they probably more than likely trying to get to. And it starts off like this. But anyway, without further ado, I'm gonna get into this article. It says coronavirus stimulus offered by House Financial Services Committee creates a new digital dollar. So this is like probably just another way to take over the cryptocurrency, and just another way to be in control of every aspect of your life. This is what this is being more than likely going to be used for. But without further ado, I'm gonna. But I did want to say one more thing. A conspiracy is only a conspiracy until it turns into the reality. All right, okay. Until it happens. So don't don't think that all of this shit is far fetched or any of it is far fetched, because we not far away from a lot of extreme ass shit that we never. Well, I'm not gonna say we never would have thought would have happened in our lifetime, but we would have hoped. We would have hoped that we would have never had to even mention no shit like martial law in our lifetime, or no virus that's looking to take out half of the society if the virus had its way, or the media who pushing the virus had its way. That's the way I want to word that. But anyway, let me get into this. It says, I write about blockchain regulation and policy. It's updated on 324. Final version. All right. I'm not going to read that part. As the market continues to drop and the U.S. looks to Congress for agreement on massive stimulus package to save the economy from impacts of the coronavirus pandemic, the newest offer by House Democrats include a very forward-looking kind of stimulus, the creation of a digital dollar, and the establishment of digital dollar wallets in what will send shockwaves through the cryptocurrency and blockchain industry, particularly for those following central bank digital currencies around the world. This signals the U.S. is serious in establishing an infrastructure for central bank digital currency. So, we basically just got into all of that before we even read the first paragraph. Like, that's what they looking for. But they wrapped it up with a little bow on it when they called it a central bank digital currency. So, that's a cryptocurrency that everybody not can agree on, but must agree on. So really, what I'm saying from this vantage point that I look at things from is I'm saying that America, making a play to wipe out all the rest of the cryptocurrencies and just that digital dollar, that digital US dollar be the only cryptocurrency that what I mean still won't be backed by shit. Okay, let's get that correct. It won't be backed by shit, but it's but the word of the USA. And if you're witnessing how the word of the government, if you're witnessing to this pandemic, what we going through right now, we already see that the word of the government ain't hitting on shit. So it won't be backed by shit. But anyway, both Speaker Pelosi's Take Responsibility for Workers and Families Act and the Financial Protections of Assistance for America's Consumer States, Businesses, and Vulnerable Populations Acts, H.R. 6321, introduced by Chairman Maxine Waters of Financial Services Committee, introduced these concepts today as a way of delivering the economic stimulus payments to citizens. So, they can mask it behind. This is the quickest way to get it into, get the people access to it by just making it a digital dollar and it's up. But a lot of the people in America who, you got to realize, there's a lot of people that ain't died yet. A lot of old people that ain't died yet, that, that's entitled to their money. So, and a lot of them people ain't doing no digital shit. But that's neither here nor there. And I'm not saying that I'm neither here for or agree or disagree with this article. I'm just stating out shit that come to my mind when it come, all right? So it say the bill establishes a digital dollar, which it defines as a balance expressed as a dollar value consistent of digital leader entries that are recorded as liabilities in the accounts of any Federal Reserve Bank or an electronic unit of value, redeemable by an eligible financial institution, as determined by the Board of Federal Reserve System. Additionally, a dollar wallet is identified as a digital wallet or account maintained by a Federal Reserve Bank on behalf of any person that represents holdings in an electronic device or service that is used to store digital dollars that may be tied to a digital or physical identity. So it's just this digital bank is just a way for them to have just a little more access and a little bit more control over your pocket, or maybe a lot more control, cause everything already got to go through them. So now it's another step that you got to take through them. And it's just some new world order type shit. It's some Agenda 21 type shit. And if if you know what Agenda 21, basically in a nutshell, to me, what Agenda 21 is, the powerful people of the world trying to get the whole world, not the whole country, not the whole continent, but the whole earth, or earth, for the people who like for me to speak correctly. But to get the whole earth under one government, one currency, one everything, one supremacy, basically. But of course, if you know me and what I got faith in, that's not even on my radar shit that I got to worry about, because I'm at a point right now where I'm trying to live my life like the master, man. The master don't get either up or down, if you can understand that type of terminology. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get back into the article. Excuse me. A mandate also requires all member banks establish a pass-through digital dollar wallet to all customers eligible for the stimulus. Member banks include those banks that are members of the Federal Reserve and regulated by the Fed. Additionally, non-member state banks, those that not members those that not members of the Federal Reserve and regulated by the FDIC could opt in to offer pass-through digital dollar wallets as well. So if you basically everybody, all the banks that you've been dealing with, they gonna be this digital dollar. If you ain't, it like be there, be square. So that's for the bank. That to the bank, from the government to the bank. Be there, be square. Either you accept this digital dollar and take this digital dollar and make it a part of your process, or I imagine there's some kind of some type of consequences that got to be suffered. That's what I would imagine. Some type of levies or fees that they would charge these banks if they don't use the digital dollar, to the point where it's only worth it for these banks to go ahead and use the digital dollar. Excuse me. The Federal Reserve banks themselves would also make available a digital dollar wallet to any U.S. person eligible for payments as well. Additionally, the U.S. Postal Service will aim to help unbanked individuals and those without proper ID to establish their identity be provided a digital dollar account, and will set up ATMs for customers to access their funds. I want to get. Let me just make sure I read everything in that paragraph right now. So they saying if you ain't got, for people who, like I said, like I mentioned earlier, older people or people who ain't necessarily entrenched in this digital world enough to get their money, they saying that, what they saying? Oh, they're gonna use the postal service. So I guess that would be a check getting out to them people. Let me make sure though. The Federal Reserve banks themselves will also make available a digital dollar wallet to any U.S. person. So you're gonna have to figure out. It's gonna be available for you. But you're gonna have to figure out how to use your digital wallet. I guess they ain't giving a damn. If you don't know how to use it, you're gonna have to figure out how to use it. I guess that's what the theory, the gist of that paragraph said. But it says public interest groups weigh in. Daniel Gorfine, founder of the fintech advisory firm Gataka Horizons and former chief innovation officer at CFTC, as well as a founding director of the Digital Dollar Project, stated to Forbes, "Is it worth exploring, testing, and piloting a true USD, CBDC, and broader digital infrastructure in order to improve our future capabilities and resiliency?" But it's also, he said that it is important to do that stuff. But it's also important that this effort not delay the government from deploying critical emergency funds existing channels during this crisis. While the crisis underscores the importance of upgrading our financial infrastructure, broadly implementing a CBDC will require time and thoughtful coordination between government and private sector stakeholders. Yeah, y'all, but they trying to look like they it's something in the works. But I'm gonna just keep reading. Carmel Cadet, founder of the CEO MTech, a modern central bank technology and services company, it is a technology provider in the world's first live retail CBDC with Central Bank of Bahamas called the Sand Dollar. She has recently started a new initiative in the U.S. called Project New Dawn to ensure that unbanked and underbanked receive economic stimulus payments, pointed to a FDIC report in 2017 that identified 63 million people that are unbanked and underbanked in the U.S. She notes, if checks are the form of payment, the stimulus is not going to reach many of them. That will be approximately 100 billion underutilized of the stimulus to lower the income of households. So yeah, at least they got somebody, trying to reach out to some of the people that I mentioned earlier that ain't gonna be savvy enough to get this shit done on their own. So I guess that was the end of the article, and we made it. I usually don't make it to the end of the article, so today I must have picked a good one. I'm gonna try to start picking articles that I can easily make it to the end, because I know I get to talking in between paragraphs and shit, and that I am lending my opinion toward these articles. So, and that's what we here for. That's what I'm here for, to lend my opinion, and you here to say if you disagree or not. Leave a comment here. But I think it was an interesting article. What she said in that last paragraph, I'll make sure I covered it. Oh yeah, we covered it. Yeah, it's just about a lot of people. If they do try to make this a digital, a digital type situation, there, like 100 billion of the dollars ain't even gonna reach the people that it's supposed to reach. Cause you talking, the world is changing rapidly. I understand that, but some people ain't able to adjust on their feet so quickly. So we gotta take into account for the old people in situations like this, man. And far as the stimulus, I don't know. Seemed like last time they had the stimulus, we had to pay the shit back. But anyway, this shit here is about the new digital dollar that they quite possibly are trying to push on us, and we gotta be careful. We gotta watch these people that supposed to be leaders of this great country of America that we in. All right. So the reason for me doing this, so that we always trying to keep our head on the swivel. We always trying to learn. We always trying to see what type of situations that we facing right now and what we gonna face in the future. So I hope that this was currency well spent, time well spent that you spent with me. That's my main goal. I hope that you learned something throughout the process, or if you didn't learn something, you saw something from a different perspective. And we trying to build. That's what we doing, man. If you made it this far, it's a must. I appreciate it. But if you made it this far, go ahead and like, subscribe, and share my video, man. Let's try to get these guys out. Anyway, it's your people, Ocean the Ghost. I very much appreciate you. Come back again. We'll do this shit again.